What we know for a fact is the United States lawyer that they hired went to the prison to see them, and they refused to let her see them. Just think about that. So first of all, why are they not being allowed access to their legal team? The second thing is this: what are they afraid that she's going to see that is going to be problematic and that she's going to tell the world? Because we're from the West, we expect certain standards, even within prisons. And if that's not happening, she would have relayed that to everybody. So they blocked her for a reason. Separate to that, you make a good point. They have the same clothes. They're rough. It clearly shows that where they've been held is a very, very rough place. And I have got some sources who have told me, unrelated to the Tates, who have told me that the Romanian, where they hold people in remand, sometimes is a lot more worse than where they went than the actual prisons. So again, all of these factors again demonstrate that their human rights are being impeded. They are impeding on EU directives, and that's a huge problem because Romania has an obligation to ensure that they follow international law. And if they're not following it, then again, questions need to be asked. And another question needs to be asked is, look, we've got this situation. These men and the Tates, not the two Romanian women, one of the Romanian women has gone to hospital due to the terrible conditions that she's had. She's been hospitalized yesterday. But let's go back to the Tates. They are United States citizens. They are citizens of the United Kingdom. Why are the United States and the United Kingdom not asking questions about why they're being detained without being charged? We know the United States made big moves in Russia to get back a WNBA player who actually had broken the law and accepts that she broke the law, but they got her back and gave away a Russian arms dealer to do so. And that's someone who was convicted. And yet these guys who have not been convicted, have not been charged, have been held without basically being charged or prosecuted. We're not hearing anything from the United States or the United Kingdom. I think that's hugely problematic. So what I think the outcome is going to be and what it should be is two different things. So what I think based on the evidence is, obviously this should be dropped, this should be let out, and people would respect the Romanian legal system a lot more if they followed policy and procedure and the law and said, look, there wasn't enough evidence and therefore we've had to let them go. What I think will happen is I do think they will get convicted. And the reason for that is it's clear that there's some kind of agenda by the persecutor, by the judiciary to take these guys out. And so when a predetermined decisions have been made, it looks like they're going to take them down and convict them no matter what the evidence is. So the sentencing for these charges could be anything from 12 to 15 years. It just depends on the accumulation of charges and so on and so forth. So it could be anything. And it could be a lot less as well. So it just depends on what things they can get to stick and what things they can convict them on. So they're in remand till February the 27th. And so the next hearing most likely will be like a week before that, because that's what they normally do, a week or 10 days before that. That's when the next hearing will be, to further extend it by 30 days. I would like to finish off by saying, look, I would say to anybody, look at the evidence, look at the information, look at the situation of the witnesses, look at the allegations that are being made, and look at the evidence that's being presented. Look at it in an unbiased and fair manner. And when you're able to analyze this information, you will quite easily see that this information or this evidence does not meet the required standards. If this was in the United States or the United Kingdom, this would have been thrown out. Why they're going ahead with this when in reality the standards don't meet the required test? I would say my plea to everybody is look for the evidence, and for the Romanian judicial system, follow the evidence, and as you will see, the evidence doesn't meet the requirements, let them brothers go.